how you doing? How are you doing? Um, had a beautiful service. It was primarily for my mom, Josephine, but they mentioned my wife, Jennifer. It was beautiful as well, and we celebrated their life. We celebrated the life of my mother, Josephine Lavoie. She was the best. Hey, Emmanuel, and my wife, Jennifer. Oh, beautiful service. Beautiful. Heartbreaking, though. Oh, man, I was crying my eyes out. You know, in history, it's funny in a way if you think about this. There's not too many people that you could actually think of that went through what I went through in life. Losing a wife and losing a mother so quick. You know, you think back of the President Theodore Roosevelt that happened to him. President Theodore Roosevelt. Thank you, Angie. He lost his mom, and then he lost his wife like instantly. And she gave birth to Alice. That was his daughter, his wife, right before she passed away. Oh man, he was just shocked. Theodore Roosevelt, you know, he was so struck by grief in his heart that he ordered everybody around him to never mention his wife's name. I think he went off somewhere to be a rancher. I think Dakota or something. It's like something for 2 years. Just completely got out of politics. Kind of vanished from like society. He was really messed up, and I understand. It happened to me. What happened to Theodore Roosevelt happened to me. I lost my wife. I lost my mother in a span of 2 weeks. Um, I love you, Angie. You know, a lot of people ask me, how am I doing? I get that a lot. How am I holding up? How do you answer that question? How do you answer that question? Well, let's put it this way. I love my beautiful children, Michael and Sophia. They had a very good time today seeing their family. The family was great today. The family was there for us. We had a beautiful family day. The kids had a lot of fun. So yes, it was a beautiful day. Honored my beautiful mother's life and my wife's life. It was a beautiful day. With that said, though, I am very heartbroken. I am very sad because I feel like I lost my whole world. You know, you don't understand, man. When you lose your wife and then your mother, oh my God, in a span of a couple of weeks, my God, there's no words. You know, Jennifer and me were a match made in heaven. We were like, you can't find a better couple than me and Jennifer. You know, we had everything. We really did. We had such a love for each other. We had such a beautiful family. I still do. I still have my beautiful kids, of course. But you know, it was me and Jennifer's. This was her whole life. Her children. Jennifer loved her children. Jennifer loved me. Jennifer dedicated her whole life to her family. Literally, from the moment she woke up to the moment that she went to sleep, it was all about her family. You can never find a woman like that again. That's called once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. And I dedicated my whole life, 27 years, I know my beautiful Jennifer. And April 9th we were going on our 20th anniversary. We were going to hit number 20. Very sad. My mother was the greatest too. My mom, I was making everybody laugh, you know. She had a funny sense of humor. we would go to like this place in Brooklyn, right? It's a Japanese restaurant. It was called the Arirang, but my mother could never pronounce it right. So she walks in the place. She's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be here in a orangutan." She said, "Instead of Arirang, she said orangutan." Wow. She's funny, my mom. But the thing is, like, my wife knew everything about me. My wife knew my whole personality, all the goodness in my heart, the good person I am. My wife knew it. My wife, Jennifer, knew it. My mother knew it too. So it's kind of like when they're gone, you feel like your whole existence has now been erased because you always confided in them. I confided in my wife, my mother for every single major decision in my life, all the times I went through any type of fear, uncertainty, anything. I went to my wife, I went to my mom. And when you lose that, you feel like so shooken up. You feel very shooken up, man. Thank you, Rafiq. Thank you. If anybody would like to help our family out with a very small cash app, what's wrong? Are you speaking with me, Rafiq? I lost my wife. Jennifer passed away, 46 years old. My mother, Josephine, passed away in a period of, well, that's what's wrong, brother. In a period of 2 weeks, I lost the two most important people in my life, brother. My wife and my mother passed away. That's what's wrong. So please pray for me and pray for my family. If you would like to do something more, I will be doing big shout outs. This is the Cash App, $ Richard Lavoy. A very small Cash App will mean a big difference getting our family back on our feet. We did lose my wife, Jennifer, 46 years old. God bless her. And my mother, Josephine, 75. God bless her. All in the span of 2 weeks. We got my children now. Sophia's only 11. Michael's only 14. And just looking for love and support. If you guys could help us through this difficult time, God bless you. I will be giving very big shout outs for anybody who helps with the Cash App. If you do not have Cash App, obviously you could do a super chat, but Cash Apps are a little easier because we receive them immediately and the fees are low versus super chats. You got to wait like almost 2 months and the fees are high. So Cash App is definitely the better road if you have Cash App. Well, if you don't have Cash App, Rafik, you could always do a super chat, and there's no pressure. Like I said, you don't have to do it, so don't worry about it, brother. If you can, you can, and if you can't, you can't. You know, it's all good. Don't stress over it, brother. Do not stress. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It's all good. You could always send prayers. Send prayers our way. But anyway, getting back, Jennifer knew everything about me, my wife, and she loved every part of me. And we dedicated our whole lives to each other. Like I knew Jennifer when she was young, man. Like I met Jennifer. I met Jennifer. She was like 19, I think. She was 19 years old, and she spent her whole life with me, from 19 to 46. And we had a beautiful marriage, two beautiful children. We had a wonderful, wonderful life. I gave my wife a wonderful, wonderful life. And it's just so horrible that it's over now. And what happens is when you lose that person who knows you so well, when you lose that person who knows everything about you, loves everything about you, and you lose that person, You realize that no one else in the world really cares about you. It's a horrible feeling. Could you imagine going from being so loved from your mother and from your wife, being so loved, and then losing the two most important people in your life, and then you reach out to the world, but the world's like, I got no time for you. The world's like, I'm busy. I got a job. I got my own family. I got my own gotzes. Leave me alone. You know, take care, brush your hair. And then you feel like you don't have a support system. You feel like you got nothing. You're alone. You feel very, very alone. And this is coming from what a horrible, horrible feeling that you were once super loved. I want you to think about this. When my mother was alive and my wife was alive, I was like super, super loved. I mean, especially for both my mother and my wife especially. My wife dedicated her whole life to me. Every second of her life was just about making me happy and making the kids happy. What a beautiful, she was literally the best wife, the best mother that ever in history. She really deserves like a plaque. Or a statue. I got to make a statue of my wife one day. Really, I have to make her a statue. Maybe I'll put it in my backyard. We'll see. Greatest mother, greatest wife that ever lived. The only thing, Rafi, I'm sorry for your loss. God bless. God bless. But if your grandmother lived to 94, that's a celebration of life. Look, my grandmother lived to 97. Okay, Rafif, and when I was at her funeral, everyone was crying. Rafif, I wasn't crying when my grandmother Anna passed away. I lost my grandma Anna. She was 97. You know why I wasn't crying? Because 97 years old. I mean, listen, a loss is a loss. Of course, my heart was broken when my grandmother Anna passed away. But 97 years old, that's an amazing accomplishment. My grandmother stood the test of time, and so did your grandmother. I mean, it's sad that you lost your uh your grandpa at 6, though. God bless. God bless. No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like we all have to pass away. Listen to me. We all have to pass away. What we could hope for is what happened to your beautiful, beautiful grandma. 94 years old. That's beautiful. That's all I'm saying to you. I mean, of course, it's heartbreaking. I understand, and God bless you. God bless your family. Any loss is heartbreaking. But my wife was 46. Do you see the difference? Do you see? You gotta see the difference here. It's one thing you pass away and you're 94 or you're 97 years old, like my grandmother Anna. That's a celebration of life. That's like, wow, you made it basically to the finish line, past the finish line. But in the case of my wife being 46, having a daughter that's only 11 years old who really desperately needs her mother, having a son that's 14 that really desperately needs his mother, that's a tragedy, man. That's horrible. 94 years old, 97, celebration of life. That's just my opinion. God bless. I hope I'm not insulting you. It's a hurt. Listen, at the end of the day, a loss is a loss, and a hurt is a hurt. Of course, it's heartbreaking. I was very heartbroken when my grandmother Anna passed away. She was 97 though, but I kept saying that to myself. I kept saying, I'm heartbroken. I love her. She was the funniest. She was the greatest. My grandmother Anna was the greatest. She used to always come every time she would see me. She used to say, "Are you working?" She was obsessed with work. She was such a hard worker in her life. God bless her. God bless my grandmother Anna. But 97 is a celebration, celebration of life. My wife was only 46. Ugh. Imagine if they were over 100. Yeah, I mean, we actually thought that my grandmother Anna was going to go over 100. Alex, I'm going to wind up blocking you. Please stay on topic, Alex. Stay on topic. I don't block anybody unless they look. Whether someone is real or fake is irrelevant, Alex. Whether someone is real or fake is irrelevant. What's relevant? How are they acting in the live stream? And how are they acting towards me? That's the only thing that's relevant. I could care less. Look, nobody tells their true identity. I'm the only lunatic that does it. Everybody else out there, they go behind these hidden names. Like Commander 35, for instance. Like, you know, I mean, come on, like there's people make up names. So the thing is that I don't care if you have a made up name. I don't care if you're pretending to be someone. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? All I care about is how you act. How you act in a live stream. How do you act? That's it. Does that make any sense to you, Alex? So someone could say they're Captain America. I'll give you an example, Alex. Someone could call themselves Captain America, and they come to the live stream. They act like a complete a-hole. I'm blocking them. I don't care. Or someone could say they're the Incredible Hulk, and they're very nice and they're respectful. So really, at the end of the day, it's about how they act in a live stream. You know what I mean? Mm. That's it. I am sleeping a little bit back and forth. I doze off. Alex, look, at the end of the day, look, Angie is a big supporter. She's a beautiful supporter. She comes here. I love her, and that's it. She treats me wonderfully, and that's all that matters in the end. Okay, can we get back to the subject now? We just jumped off. We just jumped off the subject. Hmm. So like it's funny. Like Alex brought up something. I like to kind of like talk a little bit about what he was saying because I had this beautiful wife that loved me with all her heart and soul, and I'm going to cherish that. I'm going to cherish my wife's love for the rest of my life. I'm constantly going to celebrate her life. It's probably never going to stop. I'm going to celebrate her life all of my life. Man, did that girl love me. She loved me so much. I was reading, she has all these love letters she used to write me, just whenever I was down. If I was having a hard day, if I was going through a lot of stress financially. Take care, Rafik. God bless you and your family. She would write me all these love letters. Rich, I'm here for you 100%. I know you're going through a tough time with finances or whatever. She goes, let me know when you get up, when you're awake. I want to come up. I want to take care of you. I want to massage you. I want to be emotional to you. I want to make love to you. Like she was my lover, my best friend. You don't get stuff like that. It's impossible. I had like a 1 in a billion woman that can't be. You're never gonna get that again. That can't be replaced. She's like the greatest of all time. She was. I just. That's what the thing is. Like people don't understand. They say in time. This is what they say. In time, you'll get over all of this. I don't know about that because I had the greatest wife, the greatest best friend, the greatest mother. I feel on planet Earth. So, but the thing is, she passed away. It's not her fault. Poor girl. She worked during 9/11. She worked 2 World Trade Center. My wife didn't have the cancer gene. My wife got cancer, unfortunately, because of environmental reasons. All the toxins in the air. She worked at Wall Street afterwards for a couple of years, and they said that the air was safe. It wasn't. It it was not her fault. She was a victim. Like I love my father, God bless him. But he smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. I used to tell my father all the time, I'm like, Dad, it's gonna catch up to you. Every day, 3, 4 packs of cigarettes, mostly four. And unfortunately, it caught up to him. But that was kind of like, you know what I mean? That was kind of his fault. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean. God bless my father. He's my father. I love him. But he smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Like, what are you gonna do? Alex, look, I'm gonna tell you what I do. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the process. All right. And I hope you're being sincere, brother. I hope you're not just trying to be like a hater. Because if I remember trades for days, I think weren't you a hater? I don't know. For some reason, I think you were a hater at one point, weren't you? I just hope that you're not a hater right now. I hope you're coming here sincere. But I guess we'll find out in a matter of a few minutes. But getting back, because I think if I remember correctly, I think you might have been a hater, but it's okay. We'll put that aside. We'll put all of that aside because the Abe scene made it so crazy. I tell everybody all the time, my first priority is the children. It's always going to be my first priority. I got to make sure that they're going to school, that they're coming home and they're eating good, that they're with their friends, they're having fun, they're enjoying their lives. That's what I do every day of my life. I focus on the children. I make sure that they're having a very great life. But because I focus on the children and I make sure they're having a great life, does not mean I'm not sad over my wife and my mother passing away. And I think people have to just relax because I get this a lot. People are like, focus on the kids, focus on the children. Okay, I do focus on the children and I do make sure that they have great lives. Of course, I'm their father. That's what my wife would want me to do. That's what my mother would want me to do. Focus on the grandkids, our grandkids. My wife would want me to focus on her children, our children. And I do that. But with that said, I'm not going to forget about that I'm grieving over my wife and my mother. You got to just try to balance it out. So I got to give you an example. My children are sleeping right now. They're sleeping. So this gives me the opportunity to talk about all this stuff with all of you in YouTube land. You're my big support system, all of you, in this beautiful platform. But once again, if anybody would like to do something from their heart, this is my Cash App, $Richard Lavoy. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. So it's $RICHARDLE Visa Victor OI. Any small Cash App would mean the world to our family going through a very, very difficult time. And I will give you a very big shout out too. Alex, you have no idea how hard it is, man. Alex, you have no idea, man. Cherish your wife, brother. Cherish her every minute. Just go to her after this live stream. If she's sleeping, wake her up, brother. Tell her how much you love her. Cherish her, Alex, because I would give anything. I would do anything to have my wife next to me right now. I would do anything. And I'm never going to see my wife again, Alex. I'm never going to talk to her again. I'm never going to hold her again. I'm never going to kiss her again, Alex. And if you want me to tell you the truth, a part of me died. A part of me died. 50% of me died, along with my wife and my mother. there's 50% of me still alive, and that's for the benefit of my children. Well, God bless her, Alex, that she pulled through. God bless her. God bless her. And God bless you and your family. Um, Losing your wife is a very, very difficult thing, especially when there's children involved. Like I said, my daughter's only 11, Michael's only 14. But then to lose your mother, basically back to back, only what, 2 weeks later? Like I said, I think about Theodore Roosevelt, the president. There's really not too many people that went through this. It's rare. We have this back to back, and like he lost his mom, he lost his wife. He pretty much lost his mind. He flipped. He told everybody, don't mention his wife's name. His wife gave birth to his baby Alice. He couldn't even take care of his baby. He gave, I think, the baby to his sister to raise or something, one of his family members. He winded up coming back after 2 years and then raising his daughter. But he lost it. I don't blame him. I don't blame Theodore Roosevelt at all because I know how he feels. I would say people going through what I'm going through right now, 9 out of 10 of them would probably flip out. So you're like, so what? Why aren't you flipping out? Why am I not flipping out? Because I have 2 kids. I have 2 kids that desperately need me, and that's it. So I put aside the negativity when I'm around my kids, and I focus on the positivity. It's all about making them happy. They go to school, they get educated, they're coming home, they're having fun, they're eating, fun with their friends. Well, Alex, just know that you at least can see them. That's the key. You can see them at least, even though you haven't seen them in a while. I'm never going to see my wife again. That's about mine. Unless I look at videos, I look at pictures. So, ugh. I'm gonna relax a little bit. I'm gonna be doing a lot of lives, like I said. If anybody would like to do something for our family right now to help us during the most difficult times of our lives, this is my Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy, the $ RICHARDLEV as a Victor OI. Any small Cash App would be greatly appreciated. I will give you a very big shout out. Once again, the Cash App is the $ Richard Lavoy. This is for all my entertainment tips. $RICHARDLEV as a Victor OI. If for whatever reason you don't have Cash App, you can always do a super chat. It is your prerogative. So anyway, I'm going to be calling this live right now. I'm going to be doing a lot of lives. They may not be long, but I'm planning on doing a whole lot of lives, okay? Thank you, Alex. God bless you, brother. God bless you. I'm going to relax a little bit, okay? I'll be back. I'm going to be doing a lot of lives. So you'll see me probably very soon after I relax a little bit, okay? Thank you. Good night. God bless all of you. Old movie fan, I'm just about to sign off, brother. I was just about to sign off. A little tired. I'm going to be back in a little while. I'm going to be back in a little bit, brother.